And then those people that are doing the design, like, can you describe the step-by-step design process?
Okay. We have a product development process. This is kind of a real quick overview of what that looks like, but the product development process really starts very early. We have it broken into 6 main phases. The first phase is the product line plan development, and it is recognizing the need for a product or a deficiency in the marketplace and saying, hey, we can make a product that would fulfill this need for customers or a group of customers. Going out and studying that, understanding whether the market is big enough. If the need is only for 5 or 6 people, well, it might not be financially viable for us to get into it. But if it's a big need, there's an opportunity for us to both satisfy a customer and give them a tool that they can use to make their lives better, and of course then for us to manufacture it and make a profit on it, so that we can stay in business and we can do that again when we recognize future needs. Okay, so you have to make enough money on your products so that you can continue to fund your next products, and stay in business. And that's really what it's all about. So our goals really are to deliver high value products to our customers that align with our businesses. We're not going to go into making airplanes or electronics right now. We're John Deere. We are a durable goods company, and we make products usually to move materials, work the land. That's predominantly our focus. So if we recognize a market need there, then we study it. We figure out what exactly the specifics of that product has to be. We develop a product specification. From that, we'll do some preliminary designs. We'll cost it. We'll develop an overall project and see if it makes financial sense for us. At that point, then we have to look at the resources we have and the resources it would take to deliver this project to the marketplace. Resources are manpower, facility utilization. We have a facility we can make it in. The amount of money we'd have to invest in it. And is it a good business decision? Okay, that's something I'm very involved with, putting together that business plan. And then basically selling that to our upper management. We have lots of projects competing for the same resources. You only have so much money, you can only have so many people to do things. And you want to put your resources on the best things, the things that are going to deliver the most value and strategically align with where you want the company to go. So we then present these and get approval or don't get approval for your projects, which gets you funding and people. Then we start the product development process. We staff our team. We bring in people like Chad and Tim and others. And we have a project plan that I developed and says I'm going to need this many people for this amount of time, and we can deliver this product to this specification for this price at this point in time. And if you get approval for all those resources, you staff the product team, and you start with the detailed designs. Lots of constraints. You know, you can only spend so much money. You don't have an unlimited bank account. The product has to perform well. It has to fit with our heritage, which means it's a durable, reliable product, and it provides a very good value for our customers. And we work then through the design and testing to assure that we can deliver that product. So we'll move into future phases. The first phase is product plan development, and then project definition, then project development, that's the detailed design, and then project demonstration. You've got the designs, the initial designs. Now you want to prototype those. You'll prototype pieces of it, and you'll run them in lab tests. You'll prototype the entire vehicle, and you'll put it out in the field. And we will try to run it to extreme duty cycles. We will try to do the extreme things that you would do with a vehicle, but you might not. But you'll do something else that's maybe a little harder on the vehicle that you'll never think of. And we try to identify all those sorts of load cases and corner conditions, and we test all of those to make sure we have a product that's going to be reliable and they're going to be happy with, everybody's going to be happy with. Again, we're positioned as a premium manufacturer with a premium product, and we want to make sure we continue to deliver that. So we go through product demonstration. Product demonstration is lab test, it's field test. The lab tests include everything from cold startability to hot startability, making sure you don't have vapor lock, that you can run in very hot conditions and there's no adverse conditions or adverse consequences to the machine. We'll do dynamometer testing. We'll do things like stability testing, making sure the vehicle is a nice, stable platform. The utility vehicles, we do brake testing. We do dynamic testing. Lots and lots of standard sort of tests. And then lots and lots of field tests over all kinds of different terrains and all kinds of different environments. That includes everything from running at high and low temperatures, running in very dusty, dirty environments. For utility vehicles, we're running through creeks and salt baths, and all kinds of things, over big rocks, climbing mountains. All of those kind of things that you might expect to do with a utility vehicle. Once we get to the point where we can demonstrate through all of our testing that, yeah, this really does meet all our criteria, then we release it to production. And we will tool up all the parts so that they're made repeatably and precisely. You know, every part's the same. We can put it together. We release it to production. You saw the factory today, I think a little bit of it. And factory will start to produce that product. We'll continue to monitor and make sure that the product we're producing meets all of those requirements that we've set forth. So we've got online, within the manufacturing process, all kinds of audits. We have end-of-line audits, and then occasionally we take a machine off the end of the assembly line and we send it to the field and test it again, just to make sure it's really doing what we want it to do. We also monitor our customers' experience very carefully. We know when they have a failure, when they have a warranty claim. We monitor that and we make sure that the product is doing what it needs to do. And if we find something in warranty that we didn't see in testing, we investigate it, we fix it. So long process, but it involves everything from defining the market to developing the product, putting it in manufacture, and then supporting it after manufacturing. And we support our products for a lot of years. You can still buy parts for tractors that we haven't made for 30 and 40 years. Not every product is like that. They're all supported for a long time, but you know, there's products that are 60 years old that I can think of right off the shelf because I own one of them that you can buy parts for, and that's pretty amazing. And that's a lot different than a lot of other industries.
And then, kind of with the feedback from your customers, and if they have a problem, how much do you guys value continuous improvement in the design?
Okay, we have people dedicated to continuous improvement all the time on our products. We're always looking at ways that, honestly, we can make them cheaper. Let me restate that. Less expensive, right? There's new technologies. Sometimes you find out, wow, I can make that part, put less money in it, and I can make it better at the same time. We're always trying to do that. You may be able to make something less expensive by combining 2 or 3 parts into one. When plastics came out, people took a lot of features of metal parts and they combined them into one plastic part. And good engineered plastics perform very well, but lots less expensive than having 2 or 3 parts that will do the same function. You have one molded plastic part with all these neat features that solves the problem. So it certainly isn't always plastic the solution, but we're always looking at what we can do to improve the value and lower the cost of the product. So it is systemic in our culture.
Okay.